Okay, hello, my name is Candy. I'm still a little bit asleep, but I am going to wake up while we're doing this chill flow. So today's flow is like a chill flow, very stretchy, still powerful. Let's see, gotta wait a few minutes to post. Okay, almost time. Still have time to grab some water. I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day yesterday. Okay, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and get started on our mats in Shavasana. So laying all the way down on your mat, take up as much room as you'd like. And begin to shut down your eyes. Maybe you take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your lower belly. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Audible exhale through your mouth. Again, just like that, deepest inhale through your nose. Fill your belly with air, your ribs expand. Sigh it out. One more. Seal your lips. Start to begin your Ujjayi breathing, your breath of fire. Remember, if you ever need a cool off during today's flow, option to take child's pose or stay in down dog. Or breathe like we did in the beginning of class. Deep breaths in through your nose, audible exhales through your mouth. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Slowly start to flicker open your eyes, bring movement back into your body. Reach your hands behind you, point your toes to the top. Take a good morning stretch, maybe get a yawn in. Then bring your right knee into your chest. Give it 2 to 3 squeezes. Then tee out your arms. Roll your leg to the left side of the mat. Maybe you kick it onto the floor. Maybe you tuck it behind your left knee. Gaze to the right side. Try to pin both shoulders down on the mat. Deep breath in. Can you twist a little more? Ground down your right shoulder. Maybe use your left hand to ground down your right knee. Slowly roll back to center, switch out sides. Extend your right leg to the top of your mat, bringing your left knee into your chest. Give it 2 to 3 squeezes. Then tee out your arms. Roll your leg to the right side of the mat, tucking it behind your right knee. Gaze to the left side. Maybe use your right hand to ground down your left knee. Deep breath in. Can you twist a little more? Slowly come back to center, bringing both knees back into your chest. Place your palms on the top of your knees. We're going to do some circles with our knees, making sure our tailbone is grounded. Going one direction, go as slow as you can go. Then switch out sides, go the other direction. Come back to center. Plant your feet onto the mat close enough so you could graze the back of your feet with your fingertips. We're going to go into a little bit of core work. So interlace your hands behind your head. Slowly lift your shoulders and your head. We are going to crunch up and down. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Engage your core. 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Interlace your hands and make a steeple. We're going to pulse through our legs. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse over to the right. So 8, 7. Lift higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left side. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything drops down to the mat. Bring both knees into your chest. Maybe you rock side to side. Cross your ankles. Rock and roll the length of your spine 2 to 3 times until you make your way into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over knees. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cows. My cat always likes to play in the litter box when I'm live. It's so weird. So I hope y'all don't hear that. Inhale, drop your belly as your gaze goes up. Exhale, round your spine. Try to push the floor away. Inhale as you gaze up. Drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine. Try to gaze towards your belly button. Do a few more rounds on your own. Maybe add in some hip wags, some figure 8s. Three more rounds of breath. Come back to center. Extend your right leg to the back of your mat, flexing your foot. Deep breath in. On your exhale, try to crunch your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch, engage your core. Lengthen it out. Crunch it together. Last one. Biggest inhale. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen it out. We're going to pulse up and down. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Engage your booty. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down to the mat. Switch out sides. Left leg extends back, flexing your foot, dialing your hip down. Deep breath in. Exhale, crunch to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Try to kiss your knee. 2 more. Lengthen it out. Crunch it together. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen. Pulse up and down. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down to the mat. We're going to thread the needle. Right hand comes up high. Weave it under your left. Bring your right ear down to the mat. Maybe you reach your left hand to the top of your mat. Maybe you take that bind. Excuse me. Left hand plants down, right hand comes back up. Plant both hands down, one round of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, pushing the floor away. Back to neutral position. Left hand comes up high, weave it under your right. Bring your left ear down to the mat. Try to mirror what you did on the other side. If you took the bind, try that again. Push your left fingertips into the floor. Try to spiral your chest to the ceiling. Right hand comes back to the mat. Left hand comes up high. Ground it down, one round of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, try to push the floor away. Back to a neutral position. We're gonna do a turbo dog. So we're gonna tuck our toes, lift our knees an inch or two above the mat. Cat dome in your upper spine. Push yourself forward. Okay, we're gonna hold it here for a few rounds of breath. Then we're gonna shoot it back to down dog. So slowly tuck your toes, beast pose, hover your knees above the mat, cat dome your upper spine. Push your body forward. Just breathe. We got this. Spread your hands wide. Just breathe. Three more rounds of breath. Down dog. Pedal your dog out. Bending one knee, straightening the other. Maybe shake your head no, nod your head yes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Separate your feet hip-width distance apart. Grab onto opposite elbows and let the crown of your head come as low to the mat as you can. So ragdoll. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you find stillness. Three more rounds of breath. Hands come back to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. The last thing that'll come up will be your head. Inhale, mountain. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back to a high plank. Stay here in this high plank. Spread your hands wide, cat dome your upper spine. We're gonna get in a little bit more core work. So, right knee, right elbow, tap. Tap it over to your left. Extend it back out. Left knee, left elbow, tap. Tap it over to your right. Extend it back out. Chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Beautiful job, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back to a high plank. We're gonna get in that little bit of core work, remember. So, Left knee, left elbow, tap. Tap it over to your right, extend it back out. Right knee, left, right elbow, tap. Tap it over to your left, extend it back out. Chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Yes, feel that fire first thing in the morning. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Gaze and hands come with you. Dive it down. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Last little round of core work, guys. So get all you've got. Right knee, right elbow, tap. Tap it over to your left. Extend it back out. Left knee, left elbow, tap. Tap it over to your right. Extend it back out. Chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Right leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles. Maybe you're ready to flip your dog. If not, that's fine. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior two. Oh, spiral open, sink it down low. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. Deep breath in, sink a little bit lower. Flip your palm, reverse warrior, gaze at your top hand. Extended side angle. Reach for the top of your mat, tick-tock down. Maybe you bring your forearm to your upper thigh, or maybe you hover above the mat. Opening your chest to the left side of the room. One more round of breath. Slowly rise back up to a warrior two. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your right to your left. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Left leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles or flipping your dog. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior two. Spiral open, sink it down low. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. Tuck your tailbone. Gaze down your pointer finger. 2 more rounds of breath. Commit to the bend in your left knee. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Gaze at your top hand. Extended side angle. Reach for the top of your mat. Tick-tock down. Maybe you bring your forearm to your thigh or hover. Opening your chest to the right side of the room. Use your core to bring you back to warrior two. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your left to your right. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Beautiful job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Right leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles. Maybe you're ready to flip your dog. Now, go slow and controlled. Come back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior two. Spiral open. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Gaze at your top hand. Maybe take the bind with your left hand going around your lower back. Back to warrior two. Deep breath in. Extended side angle. Reach for the top of your mat. Tick-tock down. Back to a warrior two. Hands to mat. Step your right to your left. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Left leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles, or flipping your dog, or wild thing. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior two. Tuck your tailbone as you sink down low. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Gaze at your top hand. Take the bind with your right hand going around your lower back. Back to a warrior two, extended side angle. Reach for the top of your mat. Tick-tock down. Use your core to bring you back to a warrior two. Deep breath. Hands to mat. Step your left to your right. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Drop down to your knees. We're going to take a puppy pose. So stack your hips over your knees. Reach for the top of your mat. Try to bring your forehead down. Option to towel off. Maybe grab a sip of water because we're going to pump it up a little bit more. Add a little bit more core work. Ugh, my allergies are so bad right now. Because it rained like crazy yesterday. Oh my goodness. Take a few more rounds of breath in your puppy pose. Taking deep breaths in through your nose. Audible exhales through your mouth. Slowly come back up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, down dog. Right leg comes up high. Right knee, right elbow, tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Right knee, left elbow, tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot on the outside of your right palm for a lizard lunge. So staying up on your foot, rocking backwards and forwards, getting that nice little ankle stretch, staying up on your palms. Then drop your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Make sure you pull your right knee into your right armpit. So you don't want it flailing out. You want it tucked in. 2 more rounds of breath. Come onto the razor blade edge of your right foot with your right palm. Open up your right hip. Gaze over your right shoulder. Slowly come back to center. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Strong rise up, square your hips to the center. Deep breath in. Relax your shoulders. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest. Humble warrior. Bring your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Punch your hands to the top of your mat. Release the bind back to a high crescent. Deep breath in. Spiral open, warrior two. Tucking your tailbone, tweeze your shoulder blades together. One more round of breath. Skandasana to the back of the room. So bring your hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of the room, bending into your left knee. Have an upward facing dog in your chest. Maybe you bring your hands to the mat. Maybe you bring them heart center. Hands come down to the mat. Crawl to the top of your mat, framing your right foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot, dialing your hip down. Maybe you wrap your right hand around your calf. Maybe you wrap your left hand around your calf. Maybe you take some handstand hops. Three more rounds of breath. Big step to the back of your mat. Right foot comes to meet your left. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Left leg comes up high. Left knee, left elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Right knee, left knee, right elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the outside of your left palms for a lizard lunge, staying up on your knee. Rocking back and forth, getting that nice ankle stretch. Drop down your back knee, untuck your back toes. Make sure you're pulling your left knee into your left armpit. Spiral onto the razor blade edge of your left foot. With your left palm, open up your left hip. Try to gaze over your left shoulder. Hands come back to the mat. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Squaring your hips to the center. Make sure your feet are planted and ready. Deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Try to straighten your right leg as much as you can. Spiral your pinkies inward. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest. Humble warrior. Folding over your left knee. Bringing your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Release the bind back to a high crescent. Woo! Deep breath in. Spiral open warrior two. Tucking your tailbone. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. I've got a frog in my throat. Hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of your room, bending into your right knee. Hands come down to the mat. Crawl to the top of your mat, framing your left foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot. Dial your hip down. Handstand hops. Maybe Shiva squats. Maybe balancing. Big step to the back of your mat. Left foot comes to meet your right. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Right leg comes up high. Right knee, right elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Right knee, left elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot on the outside of your right palm. Lizard lunge. Rock forwards and backwards. Drop your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Make sure you're pulling your right knee into your right armpit. Spiral onto the razor blade edge of your right foot, opening up your hip. With your right palm, try to open up your hip, gazing over your right shoulder. Sometimes I like to do these chill little flows in the morning because I'm still getting a nice little workout, but I'm also getting a deep stretch. Come back to your mat, heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat, tucking your back toes, high crescent. Try to sink a little bit lower every time you rise up. Interlace your hands at the base of your spine, puff up your chest, humble warrior, folding over your right knee. Keeping the bind. If you need to spiral your back foot down, that's okay. One more round of breath. Release the bind back to a high crescent. Whoop. Deep breath in. Spiral open warrior two. Tucking your tailbone. Hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of a room. Maybe this time you take a bind. Maybe this time you go a little bit deeper. Both hands come down to the mat. Crawl to the top of your mat, framing your right foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot. Maybe switch it up. If you did handstand hops last time, do Shiva squats this time. If you did Shiva squats this time, do handstand hops. One more round of breath. Big step to the back of your mat. Right foot comes to meet your left. Try to hover. Now chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Left leg comes up high. Left knee, left elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Left knee, right elbow. Tap and hover. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot on the outside of your left palm for a lizard lunge stretch. Rock forwards and backwards. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toes. Come onto the razor blade edge of your left foot. With your left palm, open up your left hip. Gaze over your left shoulder. Both hands come down to the mat. Heel toe your foot to the middle of the mat. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Relax your shoulders, spiral your pinkies inward. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest, humble warrior. If you need to spiral your back foot down, go for it. Release the bind back to a high crescent. Deep breath in. Spiral open, warrior two. Tucking your tailbone, tweezing your shoulder blades together. Gaze down your pointer finger. Hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of the room. Maybe take the bind on this side. Or just a different stretch. It's cutting off my head. Both hands come down to the mat. Crawl to the top of your mat, framing your left foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot. Last chance to get upside down. Big step to the back of your mat. Left foot comes to meet your right. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Drop down to your knees. Take a child's pose. Towel off. Grab a sip of water. We're going to do a little bit more. I think we're going to do a hip opener pose. Yeah, because we've been doing a lot of hip openers in this flow. So we're going to do a Malasana squat, a yogi squat. So continue into your child's pose, catch your breath, sip of water, towel off. If you have a big book handy, grab a big book. Stephen King, Harry Potter, any of those books work. Okay. So, you're in your child's pose. Slowly come back up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, down dog. Right leg comes up high, planted on the outside of your right palm. Now we're going to jump your left foot up to meet your left palm. Bring your hands heart center. Here I'm going to turn to y'all. So you're at the top of your mat, bringing your hands heart center. You have that book handy and this is a little bit too deep. Prop it under your booty, sit down. If not, you can go sway side to side. So you're going to use your arms to push your legs open. Your elbows, I was going to say your shoulders. Woo. Sway side to side. When you're done, both hands come back to the mat. Lift your hips up high, wiggle your legs out. Move your book. So you're at the top of your mat, wiggling your legs out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down, step back to a high plank, drop down to a tabletop. So we are going to cross our legs, however you want to get there to a seated position. So our legs out in front of us. Cross your right leg over your left. Plant your right palm directly behind you. Inhale your left hand above your head. Hook and twist over your right knee. Try to gaze over your right shoulder. Sit up as tall as you can. Deep breath in. Twist. One more deep breath in. Twist a little bit more. Unwind. Switch out legs. Right foot extends out. Left foot crosses over your right knee. Plant your left hand directly behind you. Inhale your right hand above your head. Hook and twist over your left knee. Gazing over your left shoulder. Deep breath in. Twist a little bit more. One more deep breath in. Twisting a little bit more. Unwind, both legs come out in front of you. Inhale your hands above your head. Fold over your legs. Slowly roll back up, bring your hands out in front of you. We're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Last little bit of core work. The last thing that'll hit your mat will be your head. Beautiful. Bring both knees into your chest. Tee out your arms. Roll your legs to the left side of the mat. Push them up as close to your left armpit as you can. Gaze to the right side. Pinning your shoulders down. Last little bit of twists. Slowly roll back to center, dropping your legs to the right side of the mat, pushing them up as close to your right armpit as you can. Gaze to the left. Grounding down your left shoulder. Slowly come back to center, planting both feet on the mat, close enough so you could graze the back of your feet with your fingertips. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. This is the first option. Second option, grab onto the back of your left knee and push your right leg open, flexing your feet. If this is still too easy for you, try to grab onto your left calf and pull it down to your head. Maybe you shut down your eyes for the remainder of class. Just like at the beginning of class, begin to deepen your breath. Taking deep breaths in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Try to release some heat. Slowly unwind, planting both feet on the mat. Switching out sides, crossing your left ankle over your right knee. First option, or the second option, grabbing onto the back of your right knee and pushing your left leg open. Or the intense stretch, grabbing onto your calf and pulling down. Whichever you choose, make sure you're breathing. Try to get out of your head. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breath. Try to count your inhales, count your exhales. Slowly unwind, planting both feet back onto the mat. We're going to come up for one bridge pose. So plant your palms into the mat, slowly lift up, tucking your tailbone. Squeeze your legs together like you're holding a block. 3 rounds of breath. Roll all the way down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Drop them to the right. Drop them to the left. Come back to center. Bring both knees back into your chest. Full happy baby. Grabbing onto the razor blade edges of your feet and pulling down, or maybe your calves. Find stillness or sway side to side. Any other final poses that you would like to do to complete your practice, like a shoulder stand, plow pose, you want to get upside down again, this is your free time. So go for it. Get that shoulder stand in, maybe get that last handstand in. You have 4 more rounds of breath. Make your way back to the earth, bringing your knees back into your chest. Make yourself a tiny little seat. Bring your forehead into your knees. Take a deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, explode out wide into Shavasana, taking up a lot of room. Palms up for receiving energy, palms down for grounding. Maybe you want to take your left hand to your heart again, your right hand to your lower belly. Shut down your eyes. Start to bring your awareness inward. Separate your top lip from your bottom lip. Release any tension that you have in your forehead. Take your last aware breath in through your nose. Sigh it out of your mouth. And let something go. Something that no longer serves you. So that you can make room for more growth and love. Stay here as long as you like. But if you're ready to get on with your day, slowly start to bring movement back into your body. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle out your fingers. Roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Rock your head from side to side. Reach your hands behind you, point your toes to the top. Last good morning stretch. Bringing both knees into your chest, rolling onto your favorite side of the mat. Use your bottom hand as a cradle. This pose is a sign of rebirth. Starting a new blank page to your own chapter book. Remember that you can always come back to your mat to press this reset button and start your new blank page Doesn't matter how many times a day. Slowly push yourself up to a seated position with your eyes still closed. Bring your hands heart center. The light, the love in me truly honors and respects the light, the love in y'all. And so I say, namaste. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Can't wait to see y'all in the studio soon. Love ya.